There was a night when even Jungkook, the golden boy of BTS, almost gave up. Not because he lacked talent, or support, or love, but because everything felt too much. The lights, the noise, the perfection he was expected to uphold. He stared at the ceiling, questioning everything. Why me? Why now? What if I disappear tomorrow? Would anyone know the real me? His fame felt like a cage, and he couldn't find the key. In that silence, he almost let go. Not of BTS, but of himself. Because even stars break when no one sees the cracks. That moment didn't happen on stage, it happened alone. In a room far from the screams of ARMY. No music, no lights, just his thoughts. He once said, "There were times I wanted to just stop." It wasn't just physical exhaustion, it was soul fatigue. The pressure to always be golden crushed the human inside him. He could cry, but to whom? He could scream, but where? To the world, he was flawless. To himself, he was fading. That night, he faced a question no one wants to ask. Am I allowed to not be okay? Behind every Jungkook smile is a story untold. He once shared how he'd lock himself in practice rooms. Not to train, but to cry without judgment. He feared burdening others with his struggle. So he wore strength like armor, even when he was breaking. Ironically, the more love he received, the more afraid he became. What if I disappoint them? Was a constant whisper. Perfection became poison, and the applause outside couldn't silence the ache within. It was easier to pretend, until it wasn't. He didn't give up that night, but he could've. What stopped him wasn't courage, it was memory. He remembered a trainee who once sang because it made him happy. A boy who smiled watching dance videos late at night. A teenager who dreamed, not for fame, but for freedom. That memory kept him alive. Not physically, but emotionally. Jungkook didn't choose to stay because he was strong. He chose to stay because he remembered who he was. And that made all the difference. Since then, Jungkook has opened up more. In his solo works like Still With You, vulnerability shines. He doesn't pretend to be okay all the time. He shows that being lost is part of being human. Mental health isn't a weakness, it's a reality. And when idols like him speak up, it changes the world. ARMY no longer just admire him, they understand him. Through him, fans learn the beauty of surviving quietly. Jungkook's story teaches us, you can be both broken and brilliant.